User joined your
Oh,
channel.
I can just enter here. That's new.
There he is.
Alright.
I was going to ask you, and then you came.
You didn't play-by-play, and I'll do color commentary?
Yep.
Alrighty.
User joined your channel.
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for?
Oh, hey, user Eric.
We live?
Yep, we are live. Pre-game.
Alright, so today's going to be games 3 and 4 between Chicago and Cleveland. The first two games were looking a bit like it'd be 2-0 for Cleveland, but then Chicago made a great comeback at the end of game 2, so it's all knotted up at 1-1. So today is a big day, definitely.
I'm predicting another split series today. We go into the final 3 games, 2 and 2 apiece.
That'd be interesting. The one notable thing that I already see is that Chicago doesn't have Taser, and they're going to instead be playing with Quoof. So
That is true.
Well, I heard the Gabe and Dial talking about it slightly, and they said that they're really comfortable with Quoof too.
Yeah.
Because they played a lot of the season with him.
yeah, Quoof is he's no slouch on defense himself. I know he won like the 6-man award last season, so he's a versatile player. He should be able to pick up the slack, I guess. Anyway, Cleveland though with their normal lineup, so nothing's going to come too easily for Chicago here.
Yep. I definitely think if Chicago can get a few more bounces their way, they might get a bit of a runaway win here, because they outplayed Cleveland the majority of the first day.
Also, one thing to note is that Ace is playing for Cleveland today instead of Nard.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I didn't even notice that.
Nards
So-
is sitting at a plus 80% save percentage, so I'm not sure how this will work.
Yeah, Narc had some incredible games, definitely. So Ace also a good goalie, but he does sometimes let in weak goals. He had a really good start to the season and then kind of fell off. So anyway, getting into the game here, BG gonna have the puck in his own zone, looking to send it probably around to Tony Flo. Actually, he's just gonna skate with it as he's able to get around tall, and he shoots, and it's gonna be wide of the net.
I think he was looking for the tip there.
Crab
Ooh.
sends it out in front. Jeffrey. Crab receives and saved by Gabe.
Jesus.
Twice, I believe.
Swipe
That
him.
was dangerous
Oh.
chance there. BG sends it back in.
Oh,
A
that's
lot
gonna
of
bounce out.
miscommunication from Chicago right there.
Yeah, maybe
It looked like
That's gonna go right to
Quoof
Dial.
was skated by the puck and then might have been told
Kyle's
to
gonna have a
leave it
shot.
or
Takes it
something.
and it's wide.
It was a spinning puck. It's really hard.
Yeah, that would have been a miracle if he got that one on net even. In the corner, Gabe's gonna come out and play it. Gabe whiffs. Luckily, Talmadge is there to back him up. Tall sends it up the boards for TJ.
Oh,
Quoof. If anyone didn't know that, TJ Brazon is who I was referring to as Quoof. Tony Flo in the corner. Sends the puck around for Jeffrey. Jeffrey sends it up the ice looking for Crab, but it's just going to be dumped down for Gabe.
Gabe definitely called for that one.
Gabe sends it down to Tall Midget, but Tall Midget doesn't receive it cleanly, or really receive it at all, and it gets stolen from him. BG to Jeffrey. Jeffrey had a breakaway, but he lost the handle on the puck.
I think they needed who are they missing back there, because it was Crab and Jeffrey, and I think Quoof was up a little more, and it left the Crab wide open in front of the net. Lucky that Jeffrey's pass wasn't fast enough to get to him in time.
Yeah, I think Icy maybe pinched up a little bit too much there, which
Right,
kind of
he was
Go
going
ahead.
for the flying poke check and it almost cost him, but Jeffrey overdangled.
and Crab maybe tangled too much there himself, though he gets a wrap on net and Gabe saves it. Icy behind his own net, sends it up the boards for Tall. Tall receives, has a good amount of space actually.
Oh yeah, that was a
Gets the
great body. Did you see that?
Tall with a wide open chance and he buries it.
That's
That might be the first time this series I've seen Tall receive a puck and score.
Yeah, admittedly, I think that might
Well,
be the
or at
first
least
time I've seen it
receive
too,
a
but That's big for them if they can get him going. He was one of the highest scoring players in the regular season.
Oh!
So Tull bats that out of the air. Another good play by him. Oof.
I
Able
want to
keep the
highlight though
puck
that
in.
Dial's body on Tony there was ridiculous.
That was a great veteran play right there.
He just destroyed Tony, and Tull had nothing but space after that.
Tony, though, sends it up for Crab. Crab loses it. Jeffrey not quite able to reach that puck.
Oh,
Bounces it off the boards, somehow keeps it. He's dangling around, he's gonna have a shot, and he buries it. Oh, I can't believe they let him get through there. I mean, I know he's a good player, but...
It looks like
So-
Icy might have been bodied by Crab or something.
Yeah, there's someone getting bodied there. I didn't catch who it was.
oh, ace. That's
That was a save, Eric, not a goal.
I know. It just bounced.
Jeffrey
in.
makes a dangerous move, and it actually pays off. Takes a shot. Looks like it's going to be on net and saved by Gabe. It's not an easy save.
I mean, I don't think Gabe's going to let in a single long shot. I think it's going to be like this, where Chicago blows their coverage and it's a tap in.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it. Gabe is kind of reminds me of Fat Squirrel in that he doesn't let in too many long shots. Anyway, the puck kind of in no man's land. Dial, though, takes a shot off the boards and is very wide of the net. Tony looking for a long shot. He takes it and it actually
Whoa.
was on net, but good
Gabe
save by
was-
Gabe.
Gabe got it, but he was like half out of his net when he got it.
Dial sends it up for Tull. Tull has to get around BG, but he looks for a pass. Actually, gonna get to Koof.
Koof tickle deeks it.
A little bit of a tickle deek, but unfortunately doesn't work out for him. Icy a little late to the party there. Fortunately, whoever that was, I think Tony, just takes a shot anyway. Jeffrey in the corner, bounces it off the boards and sends it in front. Good play, but good stick by Chicago to get it away. And Dial, maybe on a breakaway. Couldn't really tell if he was ahead of BG or not, but the
I
shot
think
is saved anyway.
I think BG had the inside lane covered, but Dial was easily in a shooting lane.
Yeah,
All
and
BG
there
could do
was
was prevent him from cutting in there.
only a few seconds left anyway, so he did what he could there, but saved by Ace, as we saw.
Definitely a good period by both teams. I think Chicago's had the better of the play, but
Yeah, they've had a lot of good chances. Tall has definitely been much more of a factor in this
Well,
game,
that's,
which is a very good sign
Why didn't
for
he
them.
carry that more? I'm confused.
I'm not sure,
frustration
maybe he-
level over Gabe saving so many of his shots last 2 games, maybe.
Yeah, but Gabe's best at long shots. You probably should have tried to.
I don't think Gabe's best at, or like I don't think he's particularly bad at anything. Like
I know, but you have a better chance of scoring.
Yeah, you definitely have a better chance in close, but I think maybe he just shot that because he didn't think he had the momentum to get all
Maybe.
the way to the net.
Or maybe he was spinning and he lost it and he didn't want to.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Anyway, Tony at the point takes a shot wide though. Jeffrey in the corner looking for a play, bounces it off the boards and loses it, and it's gonna go all the way down. Ace and Dial are gonna be racing for this. Ace should get there, and he does. Crab at the blue line should have a shot. Takes it, but it's wide.
I think that might have been blocked away by.
Koof, TJ, whichever one.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't tell who was there, but definitely a good defensive play right there.
Ace racing for this puck. Tony though able to get there. Again, Tony not naturally a defenseman, but he's stepped in a pretty big way here for Cleveland. Had a dangerous pass there, but luckily no one from Cleveland able to capitalize on that.
Definitely surprised
Ace.
Gabe didn't come out to play that puck right there as he's doing all playoffs.
Jeffrey tries to get around Icy, but a good stick by Icy sends the puck back into the Cleveland zone. Crab in the corner. Bouncing the puck off the boards, and gets kind of a lucky bounce there, and it gets to Tony Flo. Tony takes a shot, just going to be sent into the corner. Jeffrey trying to make some moves, but again, this Chicago defense keeping him at bay for now. And the puck is battled for there, and it just kind of physics down to Gabe's net. Gabe sends it up the boards for TJ. Close play there, but he's able to get it down the ice. Tony racing down for this puck, drops it for BG. BG with a little bit of room, and he sends it up for Crab or Jeffrey, but neither of them able to get a stick on it as they're covered closely by Chicago's defense.
Well, he's got a little bit of space now.
As he sends it up for Dial. Dial not quite able to receive that. It kind of rolls off his stick. Jeffrey doesn't get there either. Crab gets there and takes a shot, but a well-placed stick by, I think, Icy. And the puck's just going to be sent into the corner. So.
That was a back check by Tall right there. Tripped it off BG.
Oh, okay, my bad. BG at half ice just decides to smack the puck back down. And Dial actually is going to come away with this. He sends it across for Icy. Icy with actually a lot of room here. He's probably looking to take a shot. He does, and it's off the crossbar. Good shot, though.
Okay.
The puck physics around the rink. Just to make sure we're playing HQM here. 3 Cleveland players closest to the puck, and Jeffrey is the one who comes up with it.
Oh,
sends it up, but it's blocked by Tall Midget. A great block by him, and Dial. It's a shot, but again, a block by Tony Flo. This one's going on net. Gabe's going to have to come out and play it. He does, but it goes right to Jeffrey. Jeffrey from the corner. And he buries it.
That's just unlucky for Chicago right there. That's
very unlucky.
Like, Cleveland has not been playing well this period. That's unfortunate right now.
Yeah, it was that puck was physicking when it came into Gabe, and he just tried to take a whack at it, and it went right to likely Cleveland's best scorer. So anyway, Dial sends the puck up for Tall. Tall, though, back skating, not able to do a whole lot, and the puck's going to be sent down to Jeffrey on a break, but Gabe gets a little bit of luck there as it bounces off Jeffrey's stick. Tall Midget would have had a breakaway if he could have just received that.
Ace didn't come out for some reason.
Tall centers it, though. Dial, couldn't quite get a good shot on that one. Yeah. Anyway, Jeffrey carrying the puck. Kind of gets around one, but my phone starts ringing.
I see with the puck behind the board, sent around for Tall. Tall will get the receive, but it is blocked away by Cleveland. But Dial has the shot, and it sends it wide. Not Dial, I'm sorry, that was Kloof.
I think Kloof was actually, he might have been shooting it, but it looked like it was towards Dial. Maybe he was going for a tip.
And just as the period ends.
Good. Now we have time to discuss the last. I think Cleveland is definitely not playing a winning strategy right now. Crab and Lucic definitely need to both come back more and help their defense break it out, as that's not their strong suit. Neither BG or Tony are the most accurate passers, and having to make 3-line passes to get a scoring chance is not going to benefit them in the long run here.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Cleveland.
I don't think we've seen one of those long stretch passes connect for Cleveland yet, and that seems to be their entire game plan right now.
But they're still up 2-1 off of just opportunistic chances.
Well, that's also true. Crab had a good body on Icy, allowing Lucci's room, and then just a bit of bad luck on Gabe's clear.
If Chicago continues to play like they have been, I think they tie this game up.
Definitely.
Of course, the big storyline here, Narg with the Hillary Clinton hashtag, and Gabe, a huge Trump supporter. So we're gonna see how that plays into the game here.
We'll try and stick away from the politics for you.
Everyone in the casting channel should just add "I'm with her" to our tags just to really get it going.
So anyway, the third period starts here. Gabe sending the puck down the Dial, but just over his stick. The corner. Looks like Omaha was actually subbed in for Tony Flo.
A bit of connection issues.
Yeah, it could be. I know Tony sometimes had some of those issues. Gabe, that wasn't actually on net, but he decides to smack it away anyway.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's hard to tell and you can't risk it going bar down.
PG sends the puck up for Crab. That's a breakout if Crab can receive, but he can't quite. Might still get to the puck. No. And I think that was TJ or Quoof just sending up the ice. More of a dump, really. Ace behind his net. Jeffrey at his own blue line has probably more space than he should, and he almost gets it on that. A little bit of a battle behind the Chicago net. Quoof's going to come away with it. Quoof sends it across for Tall. Tall probably not going to get to this one, though, as BG is looking to break the puck out again. Something that we've noted not as one of their strong suits, but instead BG just takes a shot and easily saved by Gabe as it lands right in front of him. Crab tries to center. Good stick, though, by Icy. And Dial unable to get that puck. Crab just battling through two Chicago players. Could have a passing option in front. He does. And Jeffrey, oof, gets a stick on it, but really hard shot there. Tall sends the puck around for TJ. TJ just dumps it down, and Omaha is going to be the first one to this. Omaha sends it around for BG. BG doesn't quite know what to do with it there, and Omaha has to come back for it, and he doesn't get it either, so it's sent in front. Luckily, good back check by Crab, and Cleveland should come away with this. Puck sent up for BG. BG has kind of a lot of space, although Quoof closes him down quickly.
Quoof turned around at first because he didn't want to pinch, and then probably someone told him to pinch.
It's not on net.
I don't know. Might have been.
Puck sent up. Actually received by Dial, but
he had no momentum.
no space to really maneuver there.
Lost all the momentum.
Quoof sends the puck for Icy. Icy, not the cleanest receive, but luckily Crab unable to do anything about it. Icy tosses it up the boards. Tall's there. Tall receives. Can't quite make a move, but he's able to keep the puck in Cleveland zone. Puck sent around the boards. And it looks like a bit of a misplay by Chicago there. One of them should have been on that, but luckily Tall's able to dump that one back
Ace
down.
Comes out.
Chicago's going to need a chance here soon. There's under 2 minutes left. And it seems like all the momentum right now is kind of going Cleveland's way. And right in front, just as I say it, Crab almost has a chance. Tall, though, making some moves, and he loses the puck. And it looks like he's not going to come away with this one. Omaha in the corner. Tall blocks it. But it looks like Omaha's still going to keep it, and he's going to set it up for Jeffrey. Jeffrey receives. Jeffrey kind of gets around one, but he's got a possible angle there.
Will we see the late game heroics again?
Yeah, Gabe with the game tying assist last game. I think he had a goal
and
too.
the goal that pulled it in one also.
Yeah. BG and Tall battling under a minute now. It looks like BG almost gets the better of him, but a good pinch by Icy. Icy is going to be in the corner. Has Tall in front of the net.
Clear.
Good block though. And looks like Dial's going to come away with it. Shoots, and I think that was saved.
Yeah.
It was going wide regardless, but definitely someone tipped it in front.
Jeffrey, lots of space, just selects to dump it. Good decision there. Gabe, though, sends up the boards for Quoof. No signs of Gabe. Well, he hasn't really skated it up yet, but he is out of the net. So, puck sent around for BG.
This is going to be the chance.
BG just dumps it down. Again, not a bad decision. Gabe, he's got two guys on him here, and he's all alone, and he just has to dump it down, and that should be the end of the game. And a shot off the post by Cleveland. Not
Look
that
at
it
VG's
really matters.
anger.
Yeah, definitely a good game. If Tall could receive, this game is 4-2 Chicago. Like,
He also had that stick handling mishap.
yeah, definitely. Like, he had so many chances this game, and he just converted. Well, I guess he did convert on one of them, but
I don't know how many of those he would have necessarily been able to convert if he received, but definitely that one breakaway that could have tied the game easily.
Or he had a couple where he was on a breakaway and just missed the receive.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's I don't know. Some people struggle with that more than others. I know some, like for me, it's just, what day is it? Maybe I'll receive. Who knows? But
Tall is also in the same boat of Taze, though, where it's not like he's as dedicated to the game as he once was.
yeah. Still though, he usually has his best seasons with Dial, so they're gonna need him to kind of pick it up here.
Definitely. Very crucial game. Of course, we do know how the last Cleveland-Chicago series where Cleveland went up 3-1 ended. What a
Yes,
poignant
we
reference
do.
that is now.
Yes, we do. Yeah, it's funny if we're going with that storyline. It's been the same series so far. Maybe not in terms of the individual game scores, but Cleveland won game 1, Chicago game 2, Cleveland game 3. So that's
Chicago.
that's really how this is going to go.
Throw
Cleveland's
this
going to win
game
this
so
game.
they win the next 3.
You have to think Crab is talking to his players about that bit of a lackluster game they had. Like, no great scoring chances. Some okay ones here and there, but nothing like they are used to. And that might be throwing them off, that they're actually facing some competition where they're usually used to steamrolling.
Yeah, it's been a relatively easy season for them, but I think Chicago, obviously they're in the championship. This is going to be their hardest test. And even though most people expect Cleveland to win, Chicago has probably, in my mind, an equally talented roster, though Taser not here today, which is kind of, you can see that it hurts them. He hasn't, Koof hasn't really made anywhere near the impact that Taser had made.
Taser's a little better breaking the puck out and receiving than Koof, albeit he has been extremely rusty this entire season.
Well, one of the good things about Taze is that he obviously isn't too invested in the game anymore, so he's sort of willing to make the more risky plays, which I think helps him in a lot of situations. Anyway, 2-1 Cleveland is the series, and this is game 4. Icy losing the puck in the neutral zone to BG, though the puck is kind of physicking, so BG can't do much with it. Tall tries to turn out a dime there, but he can't quite do it. It's 2 Chicago players body each other there, Icy and Dial. Fortunately, Tall is able to come away with that. Not sure what Koof is doing in the corner there, maybe just waiting for a pass. Not going to get one, though. BG, half ice, loses the puck to Tall. Tall sends it up for Dial. This is where Chicago's best. Dial making some moves, takes a shot and buries it.
What a beauty. That's the kind of plays we need to see. Short board passes that Dial can receive.
Yep, that's the one thing about Dial is that when he's in a situation where there's defenders right in front of him, if the puck comes to him, he can still make something of it, which a lot of people, the combination of, man, I got to receive this puck and there's 2 guys in front of me, that's going to be really difficult, but Dial doesn't shy away from that.
I would say he's the best at receiving and generating an opportunity in the league.
I
Maybe not the
agree.
best skill all-around player, but he's easily got the best receives in the game.
Definitely. And Icy, again, going to send it around for Dial. Unable to get it, though. Jeffrey's just going to skate it back into his zone. Jeffrey can definitely make long shots. He looks like he's gearing up for one, but he sends it wide.
Okay, this is Dial. Koof's got space.
Koof losing the space rapidly, though. Fortunately, he's able to
It wasn't really his fault, though. It just Jeffrey had a good turn.
Yeah, definitely not. Tall gets a stick on that, but he kind of just slows it down for Tony. Tony sends the puck wide, but no momentum for Koof there, so Crab's going to get to it first. Crab looking for his man. Decides BG instead of Jeffrey. Good choice, I guess, because Jeffrey was pretty well covered. Icy.
Dial's wide open on the boards there. He's trying to get it to Tall, though.
Looks to send it to Tall, and it's intercepted by BG. BG looking for a long shot, it looks like, and he sends it wide. I don't know, has their defense had any points in the series, or any goals at least? I think maybe BG had one in one of the first 2 games.
Yeah, I think they had an assist. I think BG had an assist off that second goal in the second game. where the puck just like lost all its momentum and bounced right in front of Gabe, where Lucic tapped it in. But
Yeah, that does sound familiar. Anyway, Jeffrey.
I don't think they've had an earned assist. I'm sorry. Tony had a goal when Gabe lost it coming out.
True, and
That was a highlight of the night.
something notable in that last possession. Jeffrey loves carrying the puck, but he had two defenders on him, and he had Crab right across from him, and he was wide open. And he didn't elect to make the pass. Crab,
Well, that's been Lucic's motif since he started the game, or Jeffrey is Lucic for our newer viewers. But he's never been a pass guy, kind of guy. He's been a shoot and dangle first, and then once that's gone, and then once every opportunity he has to shoot is gone, then he'll make the pass, at which point it's usually taken away. And that's a big weak point of his game.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a mentality because he can pass. BG, just as I called a couple minutes ago, wasn't scoring much, but there's a goal from him. Great shot.
That was just right under the bar and over Gabe's stick.
So again, we effectively have a scoreless game here as it's tied 1-1. Who fumbling around with the puck just elects to dump it down.
I don't agree with that decision. He was literally settle that no one was pitching on him. Really, I don't know why.
Yeah, probably just some nerves there, I guess. Tony behind his net has a good amount of space. Sends it up for Jeffrey. Jeffrey, puck's kind of fizzing, but he's able to get it to Crab. Crab sends it across, and good stick by Icy to get that one out. But an opportunity in front, and just
no!
grounds it in. I don't know. In hindsight, that's easy to save, but it's
you're not
a collapse by their defense, and it's
definitely. And then I think Gabe's going to be beating himself up after that one. That wasn't a particularly hard shot to save. It looked like he just guessed wrong there.
Gabe, though, behind his net, you gotta think he almost wants to redeem himself, but he's the goalie. Sometimes he's gonna have to stay in net. Bad pass by Koof. And actually, a shot's going to come of it, and it hits off the crossbar. Koof now.
Koof can actually just carry this until he...
Koof, yeah, he has tons of space, and he gets blocked down, almost still on net. A couple seconds here for Tall. Tall unable to do much with the puck just yet, and that is going to be the end of the first period. So,
I will say, Tall has been a pretty big presence on the forecheck right now. It's just he can't seem to get the puck to someone in a scoring opportunity.
I think that's his most resounding ability. Is he's good at forechecking. Granted, he had a ton of points this season. Not going to take that away from him, but he's definitely good at forechecking. Jeffrey sends the puck up the boards for BG. BG doesn't really slow down for it, and Koof's able to catch up to him. Luckily, Jeffrey, helping out his teammate there, sends it across for Crab. Crab receives, turns, and shoots, but unable to get much on that. Narg just BMing his own teammates. Ace sends the puck up the boards and over Crab's head. Gabe has some space here. This could be a chance for him to try to make some moves, but he elects to send it across. Not a bad play at all. Tall takes a shot on net, and nice save by Ace there.
I believe that was going to hit crossbar, but he kept it from being a juicy rebound.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell there, but take your word for it. Jeffrey sends it across for Crab. A little too far ahead, though. Gabe coming out to play it. Gabe gets... Well, I was going to say gets bodied, but he kind of bodied Crab there, and Gabe actually gets past two. Takes a shot, but pretty weak shot. Ace able to turn that one aside.
I remember talking to my friends who play real hockey. They say hitting is worse than getting hit because you often hit the boards, and I guess that's true for hockey _ now also.
Oh, and Jeffrey just dangles Gabe out of his skates. Granted, Gabe didn't really have, he had to create some momentum there before, as he was kind of racing Jeffrey for the puck, but unable to get there. And now it's 3-1 for Cleveland. Chicago in desperate need of a goal here as they're could potentially go down 3-1 in the series. Well, they're already down 3-1 in the game. So Crab behind Chicago's net, trying to make some moves, but he's double covered. Puck sent across. Dial maybe going to be able to get there, but he's going to have to beat pretty much all of Cleveland, and puck just physics off his stick. Tall able to send the puck across. Dial again should be the first one there. And he tries to send it across for Tall, but a bit too ambitious of a pass there, as there's three Cleveland guys on who are standing on their own blue line waiting for that. Puck sent across for Kloof. Kloof gonna have to make a move on it quick, and he sends it up for Dial. In the air though, Dial's unable to receive that. BG sends it right back down. Cleveland, at this point, content to dump for the rest of the game, though.
Oh.
Gabe coming out of his net, making some moves. Crab stops though, and Gabe takes a shot on net. Ace, good save. That's the one thing about when Gabe comes out of his net, I don't know that he's ever really going to have any shots in close, so as long as Ace can save those long shots, they're in good shape. Gabe, though, coming out again.
See that?
Takes another shot on net, and saved again by Ace.
That was going wide, but...
Okay, well... Anyway, Icy shoots wide. Big body in front there. Icy can have another chance, sends it, and is blocked easily. As he wasn't able to get any height on that one, and Ace is going to come out of his net to play this. Ace definitely not as strong of a skater as Gabe, but he's probably not going to come out of his net as much either, so it shouldn't be too much of a factor. Tall in the corner rips it off the crossbar. Sorry, that was Kloof. Gabe again, going to play this puck. Not sure what he's going to decide to do with it here. Looks like he's going to try to dangle again. Takes another long shot, but nothing on that one, really. And Ace just comes out of his net, beats Dial to the punch, but Ace loses it. It's physicking on net.
Oh, my God.
And it looked like the two sticks kind of collided there, and fortunately for Cleveland, it was sent wide. Another chance in front, but the puck physics off Dial's stick. Oof, sends it to Icy at the point, but Icy kind of just rips it over the net. Not the greatest.
A golden opportunity to tie this game up, and thoroughly disappointed with that effort.
Well, it's kind of hard to shoot when you don't have any momentum. He was kind of facing towards that. Anyway, though, Jeffrey slides the puck under Gabe's stick. The Cleveland or the Chicago defense not quite in position to help him out there.
That's probably it for this game. For being honest here,
it seems like Chicago gets 3 chances for every Cleveland's 1 chance, but they don't do anything on their chances, and Cleveland will always capitalize. So it's like
that's very true.
It's like they.
I will say Cleveland has been playing miles better than they were in the first game today. I don't know what Krabs said to them in the between games, but it seems to have paid off. And I'm betting we see a timeout here by Chicago in between periods.
Yeah, I would assume so. Dial chasing that puck in, but unable to get to it, and that should be the end of the second period. So Cleveland with a huge lead here.
I don't think they're going to call a timeout.
I guess no timeout for Chicago. I know timeouts are, you didn't really do them in the regular season. Did them a bit last season, but relatively new. Sometimes people just forget to use them. But I think was it Chicago or Cleveland that had them last game? I don't remember. But anyway, face-off won by Cleveland. Jeffrey can take a shot wide. Icy in the corner. Able to make a move around Crab. He's got another defender on him. Dangerous there, but somehow he gets past Jeffrey. He takes a shot. Looks to be wide. Dial, though, chasing it into the corner. Dial probably looking for a wrap chance here. He does, and saved, but
there we go. They're back in this game early on.
Somehow that puck ended up right in front of Tall's stick, and good on him to be aware and bury that. Again, could be another chance for Chicago. Good stick, though, by Jeffrey, and Crab gets around and leaves it for Jeffrey. That would have been crazy. That puck was out of control, and they almost made a chance out of it.
And there's nobody in net. Oh, he missed it.
I understand Gabe's thinking that he's trying to break the puck out, but sometimes you just got to dump it when you're in that situation. All your options are clear instead of a light pass that Crab got to first.
One for Chicago, and Toll loses the puck. That's not what they're looking for. Gabe comes out. Maybe Gabe can bail him out with a long shot here. Elects to pass instead. No one in the Chicago net right now. Luckily, Icy able to get to that one. Icy takes a shot on net.
Ooh.
Saved by Ace, but a juicy rebound.
Oh my!
Unfortunately,
Chicago cannot catch a break right
Ooh.
now.
I think that was off the post. I couldn't tell. Icy centers it. Oof, would have been a golden opportunity, but good
This
stick
is
again by
John,
Oh,
but
Jeffrey.
Crab's
just
breaking
slow.
out. Oh my god. I told you, man. Chicago has like 3 times as many quality chances, and it's just like they're down 4-2. Just they can't cap. Oh, that was just a good save.
Like right there, just Dial's gonna get this again.
Well, you have to give a little credit there to Cleveland's defense. I know a lot of this is just the pucks bouncing all over the place, but Jeffrey, namely, I know has had a lot of good plays on the back check. So
Which is a stark difference from the first game where he didn't. I don't think he entered his zone once the entire play.
yeah, seems to be making a little bit more of a conscious effort, and it's definitely paying off on the scoreboard. Gabe making some moves. 3 minutes left in the game. They're going to need 2 goals to tie this one up. Gabe takes a shot. Looks to be wide. Tall, looking for a passing option. Sends it out front, but just out of the reach of Dial. And Crab is going to be on a breakaway, maybe.
Yeah, he's a little ahead of him, but can't
And
really
he
break
doesn't
inside.
take a great shot there, and it goes wider than that. Jeffrey in the corner has a golden opportunity, but hits it off the post. Chicago still definitely has an opportunity to tie this game. They just need to keep generating chances and actually capitalize on a few of them. Dial
Ooh,
unable to
that was
receive
He
Yeah.
that.
almost got that.
Yeah, that's not a receive that anyone should really be able to make, but he just about did there. Tony has space. He's going to take a shot. Icy, able to get his stick there. Behind the net. Kloof sends it up for Icy, but not hard enough. And right in front, Jeffrey spinning. I don't even know how he got that one. Icy making some moves again, maybe too many, but he's able to send it up.
At
Not a
this
good
point,
pass, though.
what's the difference between losing 5-2 and 4-2? You're still down 3-1 in the series. I think
That's
Chris is
true.
arguing.
Kloof going to have a shot, but didn't get anything on that one. The puck's going to be sent up for Gabe. Gabe already
I think Gabe
almost at
should
his own
just.
blue line. Gabe
Oh,
takes a
oh.
shot. That's going to be on net.
Oh
and
my god.
off. Ace saved that, I believe, and then it maybe
Yeah, he
hit the
did.
crossbar. Gabe in the corner. Gabe, don't think he's going to be able to dangle this one. He gives
That's
it
it.
right
This
away
is
to
game
Jeffrey,
over.
and
This-
that's going to do it. And lots of BM coming in from Cleveland. Gabe, definitely not going to be liking that. Dial and TJ battling for the puck from Jeffrey, but Jeffrey's able to get it up for Crab. Sends it back for Jeffrey. Almost a great play there. And another good body there to keep the puck away from Dial. Icy in his corner. Doesn't send it up hard enough. And Gabe comes out, and that's off the crossbar. Fortunate for Chicago there. A comeback at this point would be pretty insane. Dial, though, receives that.
Oh, what a
almost.
block. Right
Great
Tony.
again.
Block from Tony.
Tony, not a defenseman, but a great play. Very good play there. Crab just dumps the puck down. Why not? They're up 3. They've got 30 seconds left in the game. Tony just sends it up again for Crab. This really should be it for the rest of the game. And that's going to be on net. And Jeffrey, that's not nice. He just steals the goal, or tries to, and then it doesn't end up going in. BG sends it on net, trying to pad his stats here. Tony also going to send it on net. It's going to be sent wide, only 5 seconds left.
This is a
That
better
should do
defensive
it.
game in the last 10 seconds
User
than
joined your channel.
they played all season, all game.
So that's going to put the series at 3-1
User
for
left your
Cleveland.
channel.
Rare Pepper's going to join the channel, let out a
User
big
joined your
re.
channel.
That's
So
it.
I think this is correct. The last time Dial was down 3-1 to Crab in the finals was like Edmonton, Boston, and Boston almost came back and won that series. We got
Yeah,
the game
it
7.
is an interesting fact. I don't think Crab's teams in this season, the last 2, have ever not been up 3-1. I think it's definitely down the home stretch that they struggle. But I guess we're done. Vector left. All right.
Rare
Oh, I'm
Pepper,
still
do you have
here.
anything
You
to add?
guys can.
Boys,
If you guys got some.
I think it's
post-game
important
talks.
to. I think it's important to remember that this season we've been the league as a whole. energy levels have been falling. A lot of the old timers, Dick Doug, Draft Killer, these kind of people, natural born leaders, they're not in the LHL this season, so I think it's definitely taking its toll. You can see it.
GK hasn't been in the LHL for a while.
There are other people like Dick Doug.
Definitely a good point.
For your NHL updates, Washington is up 2-0, excuse me, against Winnipeg. So Icy's going to lose again tonight.
Oh man, show mercy, Skis.
Yeah, but
At
again,
least he's not affiliated with the two worst teams in the LHL and the
I've been
RSL.
affiliated with the worst team in the LHL the last 3 seasons. I was drafted to Florida, Philadelphia, and Anaheim. I should be a record holder at this point.
Well, speaking of record holders, Dick Doug is also a very good record holder. We've been missing his absence a lot throughout the season. Maybe he'll come back next season. I don't know. Anonymous sources have been floating around Dick Doug maybe coming about.
Okay.
Nobody knows yet.
Okay. There's Dick Doug who joins the TeamSpeak right now as you say that.
Who?
Are we Vector? Are we still alive?
We are.
Okay. All right. My final note. It's another day where I think, what is it? Chicago is better 4 out of the 6 periods they played today. They just couldn't capitalize on their chances. They had at least 5 great chances in the third period and couldn't get anything from them. In a desperation defense where they should have at least potted 2 goals there.
Well, they should have Taser for the final 3 games,
That's
so
true.
that should help them generate more offense.
Yes.
I say Chicago with a solid effort, but Cleveland leaving with the 3-1 lead in the series.
Black people, watermelon.
Again, with just last night has told us how close Cleveland can come. But we may see.
Just gonna meme about the World Series repeatedly, Skis.
Well, yeah, we are going to. It's Chicago versus Cleveland in both situations.
I'm
Cleveland
gonna
now paying for
quote.
the consolation prize of an LHL championship.
The thing about Chicago and Cleveland are, these cities, they've been falling on hard times, both in the sports world and in the geopolitical world. Both these cities have large percentages of.
Don't say it. God damn it.
Of
I think we
minorities.
could probably end the stream there.
Thanks for
Yeah.
watching.
Hold on, I have a quote from Skis though to end it.
There's a
I
lot of,
told